Hello, hello, welcome back. We are back for some more the Banner Saga. Not just Banner Saga, the Banner Saga. Yeah, we were supposed to play yesterday, but Windows had other plans. Thank you, Microsoft. I really appreciate it. Let's get into it right away. One thing to note is I'm using mouse and keyboard now. I have had enough of using the controller. It is just really bad. It is. I read online. Apparently, it's like a well-known thing, and they just never bothered to fix it. So that's pretty frustrating. Um, so yeah, I don't know what any of the controls are going to be, and I guess we'll find out. So I kind of remember what we were doing. I think we were about to leave this place. We had 6 days of supplies. 6 days of supplies. And we are heading to... I thought we were heading to Sigerholm. Can we get to Sigerholm in 6 days? Because I'm pretty sure the place we're at right now doesn't have any more supplies. I'm pretty sure we bought them all, unless I'm misremembering that. Yeah, we literally can't buy any more supplies, so... I guess we're about to find out what happens if you run out of supplies. We're about to find out. The art style is still just very beautiful. Ahead you find what appears to be a good number of peasants surround... Excuse me. Surrounded by brigands. One of the armed men looks over his shoulder and says, "Gods be damned, this is all I need. Listen, don't interfere, and one of these supply wagons is yours." While remaining silent, the peasants plead to you with their eyes. What's going on here? Nothing concerning you, and before you start telling me otherwise, these are my clansmen. Thought they could run off with every scrap of food in the village. Now all I want is you to move on, so take your share or don't. I mean, it said brigands. I'm just gonna take the supplies. You nod, and a few of your men take hold of the supply wagon, bring it into the caravan. Other clansmen take a bit of coaxing. They eventually turn their backs to the scene and move on, but in lower spirits. Ah, well, whatever. Oh, that's 2 days of supplies, or was it 3 days? Another godstone? Who's this? Is the goddess of the humans? The godstone for Ingrid, goddess of knowledge, looks on as the caravan takes a much-needed rest. Ivor shoos some children away from a solitary dredge slinger lying dead beneath the stone. Should we be worried about that? You ask Ivor, pointing to the dredge body. I don't think so, he replies. Still couldn't hurt to have a few guards look around. Hours pass without warning. Inspect the godstone. Ingrid's godstone is carved with ancient runes which don't make much sense to you, though Avon tells you some of the menders have deciphered them. It's how the menders learned the language of the gods. Past the largest stone, a long series of slabs contain more writing all the way down the hill. The odd thing, he tells you, is that the writing occasionally changes depending on who is reading it. Usually it describes the history of the gods, but it can be about nearly any topic. Sadly, Avon doesn't know how to read it himself. Juno could, he says. Okay. As you're ready to depart, you hear screams from near the main godstone. The same boys so curious about the dead dredge before are shrieking and pointing. For a moment you think it must not have been dead, but then you see that they've opened a wrapping that was in the dredge's hands. Wait, says Ivor, his arm across his chest. This shouldn't be seen. Get everyone away. A chill sweeps over you. Alette pushes past and gasps. Stop, shouts Ivor, but the curious onlookers have already seen it. Seen what? Leave it. On the ground before the dead slinger is a small stony figure, its hands searching for something it can't find. That's a baby. A baby dredge? That dredge is a woman? We've been killing women. We've been slaughtering women and children this whole time? Oddly, does that really matter to you? Leaving them to die? In a war, it's only the males who fight. We've been fighting these dredge the whole way. Why are women with children on their backs attacking us? They're not invading, they're running from the giant serpent thing. Everyone stops dead in their tracks. The entire caravan is gathered around, aghast. When I spoke to Juno, she told me something was coming. She didn't know what. A darkness. Something black is covering the world, and the dredge are running from it just as we're running from them. The serpent, the quake, it's all the beginning of the end. Ivor, you knew. Why? Why didn't you say something? Ivor? When I was young, I killed one of the Sunder during the Second Great War. We called it Raise. Every time we would build our defenses, it would flatten them and push us back again. I became separated from the rest of the Varl and stumbled upon Raise deep in a snowstorm. Alone. She was nursing. I threw my axe. It twisted in the wind. Her son died in her arms. She was so pathetic, kneeling in the snow. She didn't even try to stop me when I took her head. That's how I killed Sunder. When I found my way to Grofheim, the Varl wanted to make me Kender, next to be king. I left, walked until I ended up in Skoger, where no one knew what I had done. Damn. For a long time, nobody says a thing until a child breaks the silence. What do we do with the baby? She asks. A lump forms in your throat, looking at the small obsidian creature squirming before you. We just leave it here. We're not taking it with us, that's for sure. You plead a strong argument against taking the child of your enemies with you, pointing out that Bellower is still bearing down on you even now. The debate reaches a fever pitch before one of the Varl in the caravan walks forward and ends the thing's life. Pity for the dredge? He scoffs, shaking his head. You return to travel and try to put the whole episode behind you. That's, yeah, that's pretty dark. I love these moments, by the way. Just nothing but this. Travel. Going into some kind of dark woods. Or passing nearby. Unar, the quirky old man with the leather headband, says, if there's one thing I know better than women and meat, it's, well, nothing, because... but I know when a group could use some help. Just nod and let old Umar make everything better. No questions now. I'd rather not have any surprises. Humph, he says and puffs out his mustache. Unar has seen us a lot of things, but this paranoid lot... You watch the men slowly walk away. Looks older than ever. The next day, there's no trace of his whereabouts. Okay, Unar just left us, apparently? Still on fine morale. Okay, we are going to make it to Sigerholm. Our morale may be low by the time we get there, and I don't know if I want to rest.
As Sigerholm approaches, we fear the worst. The once calm lake surrounding it now looks like a bowl that has been flipped. Proud homes sinking into muddy water. A side effect of the quake. What has the rest of the world become on the other side of those mountains?
Yeah, look at all the ruin. One catastrophe to another, says Oddleaf, as you pull into Sigerholm. The town appears to be sinking into the lake. Townspeople peek from dark windows and makeshift hovels further up the hill. No, says Avon, looking frantic. Where is she? He runs to the front of the caravan, looking over the water. Juno isn't here, and you get the creeping feeling you're not welcome either. Going upriver looks out of the question. Why is it so loud now? Does this music just keep changing? No. You hear that? Just another bug. Like, I set the music to what it should be, and then it just decides otherwise. It doesn't respect the options I choose. It just goes to, like, max volume until you decide to check on it, and then you're like, oh, yeah, I forgot we're supposed to turn the music down. Going upriver looks out of the question. The beach is bare, aside from the occasional skeleton of a ruined fishing boat. You reluctantly set up camp in the sinking town. All I'm saying is, how long are we willing to wait? While taking stock of the caravan, you've inadvertently walked into a debate between Oddleaf and Avon. As long as we need to. And I think we need to get out of here. I don't feel good about this place. Why? What's wrong? Something doesn't feel right. The people here are staring at us like those vultures in the wastes. I'm sorry, Avon. I think Oddleaf is right. I saw a man. The whole time we were setting up here, he was just watching me. In a creepy way. And how long before the dredge find us here? Juno will come. Just give it a little more time. Rook, listen to me. I need you to trust me on this. Well, there's not a market in which to buy anything. Oh, there is. Okay. Look at our heroes. Oh, wait. Let me go back. I was going to say, was one of them one of our warriors that left? Renown? If so, I don't remember who that is. We're probably going to have to buy more supplies, so we should probably buy more supplies. This is literally all we can afford, though. I'm confused. Oh, I was reading that incorrectly, I see. Okay, we got 8 days of supplies. But we're gonna be spending that to, like, sit here. And then where do we go from there? Borsgard. You're really worried about her, aren't you? What? Oh, Juno. Who else would we be talking about? Worried doesn't begin to describe it. If she doesn't find us here, or something has happened to her. You sure what you saw is real? It could have been a dream, or I don't know. You were pretty exhausted. I don't know. To be honest, I'm not sure anymore. Everything's a blur. Don't tell the others I said that. I have to hope it wasn't just a dream. What's it like being a mender? Being a mender? I guess I never really thought about it like that. It's just part of me. They knew very young that I would join the order. Who knew? Born into it, you could say. My mother and father, both menders. The guild is for lots of people now, builders and healers. They all pull lightning out of the sky? No, that's not normal. It's one of the reasons I know Juno. She's one of the council. She helps me control things like this. So we don't end up scaring people. How exactly does weaving work? Well, the hardest part is usually seeing the threads. Everything is part of the tapestry. It's made of threads woven together. You can see the threads, you can manipulate them. I don't know how to explain it, really. It's like trying to play a harp with invisible strings. Look at my staff, for example. Some menders carve intricate patterns in the wood to help them remember the shapes of... Like I said, hard to explain. Why is Bellower still following us? I saw Grofheim as it burned. Even gets a faraway look in his eyes. The Sunder blew through it like a tempest. The Varl fell in the thousands. Most of the Sunder left the city and headed south. Who knows where they are now? They might be destroying every town they come to, or heading toward Arborang. Bellower stayed in Grofheim, just for the sport of it, I think. As we fled to Einertoft, I thought he must want to wipe the Varl off the map completely, but then he came after us. Maybe he knew Ivor was the one who killed Raze. Maybe, but let's just make sure he doesn't catch up. You think this is the end times? I don't know what to think. I wish I could give you a better answer. Even if we escape the dredge, that serpent said a darkness was covering the world. I don't know how long that will take, or what it means even. I'm just trying to solve one problem at a time. The Menders are in Arborang. If we can find ships and make it to the capital, we might have a chance. Okay. Okay, Rook, I appreciate the talk. It's good to stay grounded. I spent all day worrying about serpents or Sunder. I think a lot of people are intimidated, or scared maybe, of me. Don't worry, it's nothing new. I'm used to it. Maybe sometime we can talk about things that don't include the world ending. Yeah, maybe. Okay, well, I think we should rest for at least one day. It's even glowing. We'll wait a day for Juno. A scuffle has broken out in front of the houses. Thief, shouts one of your people as a group of strangers flee from your camp. Oddleaf is already running the direction. They took our supplies. Kill them. Chase the thieves. Come on, you shout, and several join you in the chase. You wander into a beach where some men have been waiting for you. Some terse words are exchanged about whether anything had been stolen or not. You don't see who draws the first weapon, but it ends the conversation dead. No, we're battling. Okay, that's fine. This is fine because it gets us renown, right? That's what we want. Okay. Well, again, I don't know any of the controls. And I can't change the controls. Like, I can't see what they are. Options is where you wait, what? Options where you customize your combat experience. Talking about just the difficulty? Click and drag to move around the screen. Okay, but I want... Can I, like, advance it? Or how do I... Okay. Well, I wanted this for sure. Okay. I need you to go here. Need you to go here. You to go here. Something like this. Move up here. 13 freaking strength. But we need you... We bash you through. I thought that would do more. I would have been better off just hitting you, I think. You move here. You got 9 strength. I think... How do I choose which to attack? Here we go. Avend, if we hit in a diagonal like this, that'd be pretty sick. Wait, what? That hit you? Wait, what? Hold on, what? What happened? I'm so confused on what happened there. I don't understand what just happened there. Yeah, I want to attack you. Uh-oh. Kill you. No one is in range? Oh no, these guys aren't. No, 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 no. I need to attack. Attack. I have to move. Okay. Move. Yeah, just move here. What could possibly go wrong? Attack this guy. Yeah. Rook's going down. Rook will be going down. If I battery ram you, it'll go through 3 people. I don't understand. I thought it hits these people as well. I am so confused. Okay, I just need you to smack someone. Strikes targets continually diagonally. That's the part I didn't understand. What it would continually diagonally. Like if I hit you, will it hit you and you, but not you? Should I be targeting you instead? I don't understand who I'm supposed to target. Am I gonna hit myself with this? Rank 3? Oh, maybe because I ranked it up too high. I want you to chain twice? I don't understand how this works. Apparently that's what I wanted to do. I don't know. I don't know. You've got 10 strength. It is an issue. You take down your armor. Beach. Yeah, let's just kill you. Good start. Ow. Okay, move here. Okay, you go here. Kill you if I buff it. Nice. You have 9 strength, eh? Let's move you forward and we'll just have you melee. Oh my gosh, you can hit so hard. It's pillaging time. Alright, Rook went down. That's not great. Onif has been promoted. Rook has been injured. That is like garbage. 9 renown is nothing. Like, that's just nothing. You don't get enough renown to do anything. The thieves scatter pretty quickly when you start laying into them. But when you return to the caravan, you discover why. Even more supplies have gone missing since you rushed out to fight. Wow. How long is Rook hurt for? 1 day. That's fine, because we need to rest now. A random assortment of people from the caravan confront you. Listen, we don't feel safe here. I don't know anything about menders or whatever, but we're gonna leave, and I hope you'll join us. Looks like couple dozen people, farmers and fighters alike, feel the same way. Alright, well, good luck. You give them your blessing, but explain why you can't leave just yet. You don't know where they're going, but hope you'll meet them again on the road as they start their trek back across dry land. Oh, 22 fighters. Oh, okay. I thought it was way less. Gonna be way less than that. Am I not able to rest? Jeez. Okay. All right, we rested. Now what? We just keep resting? Spend all our renown. Yeah, I don't know. If we hit the road, where do we even go? We'll stay another night. But nothing's happening. So I think the game wants me to move on. So I'm going to. Rook, wait, please. She said she'd be here. We need her. Okay, just a little longer. You tell Evan to you'll stick it out a little longer, but you're not certain how long you're willing to wait yourself. Every day loss becomes more precarious. 1, 2. That's it. We're leaving. She's not coming. Avon looks out across the lake with a 1,000-mile stare. He says nothing. We've got problems, said Ivor. The whole place is flooded. We could try to walk the muddy parts, but it'll be slow going. We could try to float the caravan over the lake, but we might tip or get stuck. Or we could just go around the whole thing, but no idea how long that'll take. What do you think? Boarding sounds like a bad idea. Floating sounds like a worse idea. We don't have money to pay the locals. Detour on the phone. I mean... we don't have enough supplies for really any of this. Like, detour is going to be the longest way to go. We can't do number 3 at all. We're going to lose so many people if we try to float across. Let's do that one. I don't really care. Let's do it. You spend some time rigging the wagons to float on the water, sealing them with tree sap and whatever else you have on hand. The rest of the caravan finds anything they can to float on. Small boats or makeshift rafts, some swim. With a deep breath, you set off on the bank. This is a terrible idea. You do your best to float the various ragtag groups of your caravan across the muddy lake towards Borsgard. Things quickly go bad. Between rafts pulling apart or people tipping into the muddy water of the lake. Eventually, you gather everyone up, but you've lost precious time and supplies to the bog. I think that just said we lost 4 days of supplies. But who knows? Maybe this was the better option. I mean, we are not gonna make it. We're gonna run out of supplies real quick. We're trying to go to Borsgard. Yeah, we do not make that on 2 days of supplies, that's for sure. Feels like leveling up is a trap in this game, though, because, like, if supplies are what matters most, then you would never level up ever. I don't like this system of basically one unit being everything. This is both money and experience. A mother's screams flood the caravan. Her daughter lies dead in a tent. We all know who did this, she spits, staring directly at the woman she scuffled with previously. By this one clansman. Murder over a marriage in these times? Something must be done. Investigate the death. The healer joins you in inspecting a young girl's corpse. An old infection, says the healer. No punctures, no choking, no poison. She died of disease. You report the news to the caravan. The mother admits she had always known her daughter was ill and everyone was on. Oh my gosh, these people. So when we run out of supplies, what's going to happen? Is our morale going to improve and people leave? Both? As you're about to head off to sleep for the night, Onef pulls you aside. I have a couple concerns I wanted to speak to you about in private. Number one, we're about to run out of food. What's on your mind? How well do you know the people traveling with us? How many strangers are in the caravan now? Is this about Ekil? That's an obvious example. I've been watching folks since I joined you. Your companions from Skoger, they're loyal. I mean, it seems pretty clear that they died to protect you. I suppose I'd do the same. What about the Varl? You don't even know half those warriors. You're telling me that they have no problem following a man's orders now? For everything that happened at Einertoft? They joined us voluntarily. And they might voluntarily put a sword in your gut, too. What happens the first time the Varl don't want to do what you tell them? Let's be honest, they could take this caravan by force at any time if they want, but they haven't yet. Yeah, they haven't. Doesn't mean they won't. They're not the biggest problem, though. There's a mender with us. A mender who pulls lightning out of the sky and tells us what to do and where to go. Myself, I think we lucked out when his mentor didn't show up in Sigerholm. Avon's just the apprentice? What in the depths is his master capable of? Think about it, Rook. What do you really know about Avon? I hope they are found practically dead in the middle of nowhere when the dredge starts showing up. I heard they were found practically dead. Then an enormous serpent shows up at Einertoft after tearing the world in half, takes one look at Avon and bolts. Suddenly they need our help instead of the Mender Council? How does that make any damn sense? You make some valid points, yeah? Points you should have made on your own. Well, fuck off. I'm grateful for what you've done to get us this far, Rook, but it's always been about trust. I think it's time to part ways, so to speak. Nothing personnel. Nothing personnel, kid. Suddenly you gasp for air. When you look down, Onef is holding a knife buried deep in your ribs. What? That's how you say goodbye? What the fuck? Your vision blurs and blood fills your sight. You gasp again. There's a bird whistle. The camp becomes a blur of motion. Onef's fighters from Frostfeller leap into action, cutting people down. As Oddleaf turns to fire on the men, Onef runs her through and pulls the blade from her back without even breaking stride. She drops like a sack of flour. Well, Onef heads straight for Let, who freezes in unbridled terror. Is he just killing everybody? You rise to your feet through the pain. Oddleaf is dead. Somehow you find the strength to cleave the nearest traitor in two, but you can't find the breath to shout. You think your lung might be punctured. Onef clutches Alet's wrist amidst the commotion, tosses her bow aside, and pulls her into the deep woods. Her eyes meet yours across the campsite. No, her lips say, but you can't hear the words. A dozen men appear between you as Ivor steps into view, fearsome as you've ever seen him. Oh my gosh. Whoa, my gosh. We just lost so many people. Dang. I can't bring myself along. Well, oh wait, I am here. Well, this is gonna go real bad. Huh. How about that? Give you this. No one else can use either of these. 15% dodge strength. I don't know what that means. Alright, well. That sucks. Are we fighting Onef? Or are these just randos? Alright, get in here. Oh no, you got immediately into my back line. What the fuck? Let's move you here. Okay. You have 8 strength. Let's bring you over here. Need to save you. She's dead then. Oh no, you're after him? Oh, that's fine. I attack you. Rip. You got a lot of strength. Move you here. Yeah, that guy's gonna be a problem. 11 strength. Move you away. Just have you wail at this guy. You killed this guy? Yeah. Do that. Move up here and do this. Bop. Okay, Rook. Strength, Rook. Let's bash this guy. Yeah, you're dead. You go here. Ow. Kill this guy? No. We can flail at this guy though. And RNG. Yes. Need to take this guy's armor down. Jeez. You have 12 strength, which means you can take this guy out. You... Let's just take you here, because surely you'll RNG and kill. And not hit all armor. Oh my god. You kidding me? Bring you here. Big swing. Big dead. Well, that could have went better. That could have gone better. Wow, 9-hole renown. Wow, that's so much. Where is Alette? Shouts Ivor, tearing through the nearest bandit. But you're already hobbling into the deep woods where they disappeared, ignoring the battle raging behind you. In a haze of pain, you start to think you've lost their tracks. Then you hear Alette screaming in the distance, followed by silence. You tear through the trees. In a small clearing, Alette lies with her back against a tree. Her hands and her clothes are covered in blood. She stares vacantly ahead, unblinking. Beside her is the body of Onef, an arrow buried in his right eye as if it's placed there by hand. She looks in your direction and then at Onef. I killed him, says. Alette, are you alright? You cringe as much from the pain as the appearance of Alette after her bloody struggle with Onef. No, I'm not hurt. I had no choice. At your chest, you're bleeding. Suddenly, she's at your side, putting pressure on the wound. I can fix this. Where's my needle? Oddleaf, anyone? Ivor, I found them. Just as your sight goes black, you see Avind, Ivor, and Alette standing over you. One of the worst parts about this game, that's bad phrasing. One of the most frustrating parts about this game, mechanics-wise, is that choices matter, which is good, but they are insanely punishing for no reason. Like, we spent Renown to level up Oddleaf, and Renown is such a stupidly expensive resource that now that I know that this may have happened, I would not have spent any points in leveling Oddleaf up. It shouldn't... I'm fine with consequences, but again, I think just the renowned resource is just really poorly balanced, and that makes it all the worse. Anyway, he's going to make it. Your eyes open at the sound of Alette's voice. Normally a wound like that, I only hope I did enough. I'll survive. Dad! Alette stops herself from hugging your bandaged chest, pulling your head to her instead. The words come out easier than you expected. Oddleaf? It's a good thing Avon was here. She's going to pull through, though it was a nasty wound. All right, okay, so they pulled the old switcheroo. I mean, I'm pretty sure I still spent points on Onef. Anyway, we managed to kill most of the traitorous sons of bitches, and the rest fled into the woods. There were a lot of people I couldn't save. You did everything you could, Avon. Nobody expects you to raise the dead. Avon frowns deeply, putting a hand to his forehead. What did Onef do? Why did Onef do this, Rook? He was talking to you right before it happened. He'd been planning it all along. I think that much is clear. Echo killed a good half-dozen of Onef's men by himself. He told me Onef was running Frostveller the whole time. Wait, Echo... You took Echo out of his chains? He left Frostveller behind when he saw a better opportunity. Guess that relationship is over. Echo was always just the barking dog you put in the yard to find out who your enemies are. It was no accident Onef went after those of us from Skogar. He must have thought, with us gone, he'd take the banner and the rest would fall in line. Or at worst, they'd take all the supplies for themselves and leave the rest as dredge bait. We have to be more careful. We can't just let anyone join the caravan anymore. Where do we draw the line, Ivor? I don't know, Rook. I really don't. None of this changes the fact that Bellower is out there somewhere following us. That swamp around Sigerholm might buy us some time, but we've got to keep moving. Your body aches all over, but Ivor's right. The road calls. The caravan is already starting to pack up camp. And here's the thing. We can't rest because we have no supplies. There's no market in the middle of nowhere, it turns out. How's the wound? You notice Oddleaf wince as she rises to greet you. Doing a lot better. When I saw it happen, I thought for sure. Well, I'm really glad you'd have missed me, Rook. She smiles. Without Avon, that's all you could have done. Instead, you'll have to put up with my crap a little longer. It still aches like you wouldn't believe, though. Oh, maybe you would. Heard you took a stab in yourself. I guess things could have gone worse. How are you doing? I'm doing alright. Sometimes it's lonely since my husband died. Hey, yo. I guess I'd say it's more like being alone, even surrounded by all these people. Not like I don't have enough to worry about, though. I'm glad to have Alette around. And you, Rook. What do you think about the caravan? You mean, should we start kicking people out? That's a tough one. Usually I'd be the first to give you a dirty look for suggesting it. On the other hand, I got a sword in my back. I'd leave things for a long moment before sighing. Don't send anyone away. Just make sure nothing happens to Alette. Okay. I'll let you get some rest. Okay, thanks. I'll take you up on that. You know, you're welcome to keep me company. When I'm a little more awake, I mean. I'll talk to you later. Hey, yo. Look who it is. Still not dead. How are things, Rook? I can never guess with you, Ekel. I heard you helped drive off the traitors when Onef attacked us. And it leaves me always wondering, what's your deal? I'm not so hard to understand. Why don't you try asking instead of telling? Why did you warn us about Onef? Didn't I? How many times did I have to call him a traitor before you got the message? What do you want me to say? Watch out, Onef's going to murder your whole family? He didn't fill me in on the details. He was always like that. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to convince you to off me. But listen, I don't need to know, so keep it to yourself. So why'd you stick with him? I don't know, Rook. Family makes you do weird things. You know what the worst part is? We became kin when he married my sister. She died of a fever one night, but she didn't. She wasn't sick. He killed her. I don't know why he did it. Maybe he just felt like it. I was so furious, I got so angry that I wanted him to beg. I could kill him without a second thought, but that wasn't enough. I wanted him to feel sick about it, puke his guts out. And somehow that turned into, over time, he never cared. And I gave up and did what he wanted. Don't know how it happened. But when I attacked you in Frostfeller, guess I'll just say it wasn't my idea. We could use a good fighter. Could have killed a lot more than with my hands bound, if that's what you mean. So, Rook, I don't have to be a prisoner anymore? I mean, again, we're just inviting more bad things into us. Like, he can turn on us any moment, too. So you're gonna let me walk around with my own axe and everything? It doesn't mean I'm not watching you. I can accept that. You're a good man. I need to get going. And I need to take a piss. You're not the only busy man or man around here, you know. You shake your head as Ekel steps away from camp. Okay, so again, we have no supplies. So what happens if we try resting? How injured are we all? 2 days of injuries. Yikes. Big yikes. Morale improved. -2 fight. Okay, so people start leaving. I mean, that makes sense. Or dying. One of the two will be happening. Alright, we need to leave. So we're gonna just, like, start losing people. Turns out running out of supplies is bad. A gaunt man and woman approach the caravan, hands held high. A word, friends. We are poor farmers down on our luck. The woman hits him and says, we're outlaws, plain and simple. 10 of us, and we'll help you in a fight for some food up front. No. We are so much more than... The man stops as the woman glares at him. He nods and they shuffle away. It takes until camp is set to notice that a future supplies... There's no supplies to be taken. Joke's on you. I don't have any supplies. Is this a town we're coming up to? Because I sure hope it is. Can I sell items? That'd be pretty cool if I could sell items for Renown. The villagers here are completely oblivious to the destruction that is coming. All we've seen is some dark figures far off, they tell you. Aside from a few young families, they are reluctant to pick up their things and join you. I mean, I don't really want more mouths to feed personally, but okay, sure. Eight days of supplies. I mean, this was like 6 days right here, wasn't it? Well, no, because we dropped this was like 4 days of supplies. I don't remember. Either way, we still might not make it to the next town. And again, I can't level anybody up because we just spent all our supplies on food, or all our renown on supplies. I don't like this system at all. At all. We did waste like 5 days of supplies sitting in that stupid town for that stupid Juno who never showed up. The sounds of a skirmish alert you to a Varl surrounded by a half-dozen armed fighters. One man spots you and shouts, "Leave us to our business. This Varl killed my father without reason." The Varl is about to respond when a man attacks. The giant swats the blade aside and silently watches for the next assault. Good luck with that. You quickly decide this minor scuffle between man and Varl is not worth the caravan's precious time, and none of your business besides. Your worries return with you, some more reluctantly than others. We got Renown for that. Sure. I don't know if there's any mods to this, but I think a really nice mod for like a second playthrough would just be to cheat and tell me what all these options do. That would be a mod I would download. Stop! A resolute voice calls from somewhere in front of you. The surrounding terrain comes alive with armed fighters surrounding the caravan. No need for bloodshed, the leader says. Leave a couple wagons and pretend you never even stopped here. Tell them about the coming dredge. I'm guessing you have no idea the dredge are on their way, you shout. If that's the case, friend, we need those supplies more than ever. Okay, well, I mean, either way, I wasn't going to let them go. We 5 renown. We should definitely spend those 5 points. Yep, we're doing it. Because I'm going to complain about it later. Do this. And do one of those. Be like, well, I don't have any points. Well, I need to level this guy up to 2. Okay. I don't need you, Nid, any longer. Because you're only level 2. Rather have either Alette or Oddleif. Probably Alette. I want both of you boys. Probably still do. Okay, they've got a lot of archers. That's an issue. That's definitely an issue. Move here. Slash the crap out of her. I think we go for your armor. If we go here, we can't get the shield wall. Okay, Avend, just kill you, I guess. Oh wait, we got 8 armor. Oh crap. Rook, step forward. I could kill you actually. Probably a bigger threat. Then you have 2 strength now. Move you forward. Heal you. No. I don't want that guy to be able to hit me. I can avoid it. Resist. Well. I want you to go here. Hit her. You didn't do anything. That's crazy. Move up. Yeah, you're not gonna do anything against that. Okay. Move here. You have 11 strength. She has 6 hit points. Move here. Oh wait, I'm thinking. Oh, I thought I had Rook selected. Oh crap. And we're gonna. Hold on. Why can I do 0 to you? I'm very. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to deselect it. Oh well, it's fine. Go here. I could mark you as prey. That wouldn't help because you... Let me get rid of this guy's armor. Okay, I have to just move here, hit you, dead. Dang it, even went down though, that's giga annoying. That's giga annoying. Our renown grows. Let me guess, like 6 renown. 7. Wow, that's so much. It's a godstone we're coming across. We need to camp. We need to camp. We'll rest today. How hurt is... I didn't even see how hurt he was. Needs 1 more day of injuries. I guess we can afford 1 more day because we would want our morale to not be bad. And we have to save our supplies. We're gonna run out of supplies again soon. This guy looks mad. Imposing godstone of Bjorulf approaches. His severe visage makes it feel like he's watching you even now. The caravan spreads out, happy to be free of the confining forest and in open fields. Hogan pulls you aside to show you some red berries growing on an ash tree that looks like it was chopped down long ago. These shouldn't be growing here, he says excitedly. I haven't seen these in a long time. He and Mogan busily go about collecting the berries. They're probably poisoned. In fact, in honor of Bjorulf, some of the caravan crack kegs of mead and wine before anyone can stop them. To the only god that matters, they shout. Everyone drinks, and you're glad for the merriment. Well, I'll collect some berries. What exactly are these, you ask Hogan? When I would travel to Borsgard with my father, sometimes he buys a few of these. Couldn't be a luckier find. See for yourself. You try one and you can feel energy returning to your tired limbs. Not taking a few more would be a wasted opportunity, you figure. As the hour becomes late, the caravan is eventually ready to get back on the road. The day by Bjorulf's stone is one of the few memories that hasn't been tarnished by the specter of bad fortune, you think to yourself. Pistolberry? Okay. I was hoping we'd get supplies out of that. No such luck. We will run out of supplies probably right as we get there, right? As long as our morale stays at normal morale, I think we'll be fine. Oh no, this is just a village though. This isn't even our destination. Reynevik. A woman's stifled screams failed to overly concern anyone. It was only a matter of time before the expectant mother gave birth. The caravan is simply excited by this first sign of new life since the trip began. We're not doing anything special. We're not resting. I'll just congratulate them. You discreetly make your way to the family's tent amidst cheerful clansmen. You give your most heartfelt congratulations to the parent, telling them how strong the young boy looks. The mother cries and father thanks you repeatedly. There you go. And we got renown out of that. +5. That's literally the amount of renown we get for winning a battle.
Farmhouses than a proper town. Though judging by stray dredge stalking through empty fields, it is barely even that anymore.
So are we stopping? Reynevik comes and goes as a long series of farmhouses, abandoned and crawling with dredge. The farmers have probably already fled to Borsgard. You try to hurry past, but eventually spotted. Dredge start ambling in your direction. It means there's no market here? What is that? Points out Oddleaf. Up near one of the longhouses. In the distance, a large person, clothes seemingly covered in blood, is cursing loudly and stumbling about. He staggers into a longhouse, laughing. The dredge heading your direction turn back, roaring, and begin to pound on the longhouse door. They seem to be holding a grudge against this particular person. You doubt the door will hold long. Let's rush in, sure. Against my better judgment, we should probably do something, mate, you say. The others agree, even though it means putting them all at risk. As you quietly approach, the dredge have managed to splinter the door and break through. Hey, shouts a Varl wearing all red, standing on the other side of the dredge. Came all the way up here just for me? He seems unconcerned about the dredge as he hoists his enormous sword. Gained a scarlet feather. Sigborn. Level 5. Hell yeah. Okay. More Varl is more good. Oh, wait, right. It doesn't... I can't place them out here. So silly. Okay. We're gonna want Rook. And probably Avend. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. Whoa, okay, this one might be rough. This one might be rough. have you move here, so that's going to use one of your willpower. And what do? Tempest. 2 strength damage. Just YOLO. Boom! Oh my... 18 strength! Okay, well, that guy's gonna freaking die. Let's see here. Move you up. Need to start hitting your armor, I'm gonna guess. Ow. Okay, can I lightning anybody? No. Mend? Where's armor? Oh. Up to half of the mentor's current willpower, plus 5 armor. Do that. I thought it was gonna heal health. That is unfortunate that that is not the case. Okay, you can move up to here. Unless you spend your own willpower. So I don't want to move any further than... It's the closest we can get. That sucks that you also have to move. You can rain of arrows here, so you stop in your tracks. Right? If you try to move up here, you can't? Bruh. Okay. I think you're going to wreck us. So let's just go here and Tempest. Yep. I think that's the play. Oh, it's dodge. Oh, wow, dodge. Okay. I think we just have to hit this guy. Now. Alright, Rook. They're both pretty useless. 8. I think we gotta take down these guys. Now we gotta reduce this guy's strength some more. Otherwise he's just gonna smack us all. Say, question. Can I lightning you and have it go to you? Do 2 strength damage. It's really not that good, actually. I think what I'd do instead is just hit you in the face. Can't really though, can I? So hold on. Your lightning. Continuing diagonally. Would it also hit that guy? That's what I don't understand. As it arcs to all diagonal. That would include myself, so I don't want to do that. I want to hit you and just one other person, right? Oh, that hit all of us. Well, I don't understand how. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Okay, huge. Getting that guy stuck there. All right, Alette. Keep breaking his armor. Am I crazy? That's just... It doesn't respect the settings that you have put That's what's happening. Okay. Hope we kill this guy, maybe? Big resist. Okay. Guy back here, we only have 5 strength. So that wouldn't really do much. And we could go for it at 70%. Or we could just... We don't have any willpower left. I guess we hit you. I don't know who to hit. Either way, it's a 70% chance. Deflect. Let's move here. Hit this guy. So he's not going to be hurting anybody. Okay, Rook. Really wish we had another chain attack. This guy's going. That guy's dead. You have 8 strength. So I have to move like here and target that guy, but it's still gonna hit these as well, I think. Get you out of here. Okay, that hit too. I don't get it. I don't get it. Let's kill this guy. Guy's dead. Nice resist. You can't hit him, really. Guess we have to move you. Die. You're not looking great. We have to take this guy out. We're not going to be able to. I mean, I guess we could just reduce the amount of damage he's about to do. Or try. Resists. Really good. Boom. Hold on. Let's use your ability. We didn't get anyone injured. That's the most surprising part. Sigbjorn, welcome to my mead house. Sigbjorn's House of Mead. That's a great name. Wasn't expecting a Varl this far south, or this drunk. I can see that. There are people huddled in the corners of the mead hall, looking on with uneasiness. Who are all these? Who are you people? No, they're friends. They made this place. It's not really mine. You lured Dredge back to a room full of unarmed people? What's wrong with you? Come on, I saved everyone in here. They shared some fine drink, the best drink. Wait, I was saving your ass, remember that part? If you knew you'd come up here, you could have told me. What do we do with this guy? How much mead is left? The townspeople show you a huge stack of barrels filled with quality mead, and you help haul them back to the caravan. I'll miss this place. Good memories. I mean, you're not coming with? I mean, I just took the mead, and some help, you gather up the casks of mead and head back to the caravan, Sigurd and the other survivors in tow. Okay. The caravan gives the boisterous Varl a large berth as you set out for Borsgard. I mean, again, we still don't have enough supplies, though, for everybody. 4 days of supplies to get us here is not gonna make it. And I'm guessing the final destination, it seems like we're going all the way to Arborang. Who knows what's gonna happen between here and there. Really was wishing we could stop and rest, though. You have 30 renown? I'm not going to spend those points on anyone anytime soon. Ugh, what did I do? Sigurd wakes in a pool of his own sick. Why am I surrounded by small people? The other clansmen let him sleep off his drunken stupor on the ground, and this morning he's paying the price. Help him recover. Reluctantly, your clansmen offer any food and drink they can scrounge together for the moaning Varl. When one offers him thin mead, he pushes it away. In fact, take this away from me, he says, handing you his massive mead stein. Eventually, Sigurd comes to you. I won't get into details. I was supposed to bring those casks from Reinvik back to Borsgard. I drank maybe half by accident. Point is, you don't tell anyone what happened, and I won't tell anyone about the mead you got, okay? Trust me on this one. You agree and get back to track. Yorl's blessing. Where can I get supplies? Someone's been nicking extra goods. Oh my god. Counted these up myself yesterday, no mistake. This keeps up, we'll be starving before long. Ask clansmen if they've seen anything suspicious. Notice anything unusual on the wagons? You ask several groups in the caravan. To a man, they shake their heads. Though they ask no questions, you can tell concern is spreading throughout. Okay. More supplies missing, the woman by a wagon says to you. And look, tracks right here. They look like children's footprints. When my husband and I followed them into the wilderness a ways, they meet up with some adult tracks. No telling how many. Send scouts to look for anyone following you. You round up some volunteers who depart quietly. They return that evening with reports of few tracks that ultimately lead nowhere. Someone may be trying to hide their tracks, but you don't have time to continue the search. Well, it doesn't matter, because we're about to run out of supplies anyway. Joke's on you.
As we pass steep cliffs, the sprawl of Boersgard comes into view. A city of contrasting rich and poor, opportunity and gamble. Our best hope for salvation, or our graves.
The Slayer and the Slain. Finally, you arrive at Borsgard, where the walls stretch for miles in both directions, and are littered with the bodies of dredge, varl, and men. Excuse the mess, shouts a voice from above the gates. Looking up, you spy a striking varl, his face wreathed with a matted black hair. Movement at the gate catches your eye. Dredge are still banging on the gate doors, without luck. Let us in, you shout. Sigbjorn pushes past. I won't be hearing the end of this for a while, he says, before yelling. Open up, Bolverk! They dug me out of Reinvik! You hear a laugh echoing on the wind as the doors creak. A dozen armed men, led by the massive Varl, make quick work of the dredge and usher you into the city. You may be interested to know they brought a mender. You didn't go to a mender. Where's the mead? Sigbjorn shrugs apologetically. I guess the mender will do. Either we've got a chance now, or we're completely screwed. I am Rook. We've come a long ways, some as far as Skogar. Are you in charge here? In charge of the governor, I suppose. Listen, if you have something to tell me, say it now, otherwise you're on your own. I don't care where you go, but stirring up trouble is probably the only reason you'll see me again. It won't be to talk. Mender, come along. We're going to see the governor. Bolverk and Sigbjorn leave with Eyvind, who goes willingly, signaling that he's fine. Thayan. This is just like Frostfeller all over again. This is nothing like Frostfeller. The one in Bearskin is probably leading the Ravens. Ravens? Is that good or bad? Depends on who they're working for. Hopefully it really is the governor, not someone trying to strong-arm their way into his seat. I guess we'll wait for Avon to tell us, if he comes back. I'm not worried about Avon. I'm worried about the army of refugees we brought, who don't belong here. You're probably right. Nobody even ever uttered a nice thing about Borsgard, so what now? We ought to go to the docks and see what our options are, in case we need to leave quickly. Did you notice the city guards when we came in? What guards? I have a feeling the Ravens are all they've got left. Something serious went down. And when Bellower gets here, he's going to walk right through this place without even breaking his stride. Let's keep that to ourselves for now. So, the docks? Market. Total available, 16. That is only 3 days of supplies. 3 days of supplies is all that's got us. When you get to the docks, your heart sinks. Not a long ship to be seen, aside from wrecks. Bodies float in the water. Buildings are trashed and boarded up. What happened here? They're all gone, says Avon, approaching alone. I see you had the same thought as me. What are you doing here? Avon, you're okay. I'm fine. It wasn't a lie. The governor is here. He's in hiding. Why? Since the dredge started appearing, anyone with a ship and a half a wit left long ago. People can't leave by foot. Food is scarce. The markets are bare. Borsgard is a fire keg waiting for someone to tip it over. So the governor's paying the Ravens to protect him against his own people. And keep the peace, so to speak. It's more like a massacre anytime there's a hint of an uprising. So where does that leave us? I promised him the Mender's protection in Arborang. I don't think he's very popular there. They're going to start tearing this place down to build new ships. We can ride the Ormsma River all the way to the capital, leaving another perfectly good city behind. How long will it take to build new ships? Hold on, what happened to the people living in Borsgard? That sucks to be them. It's the best I could do, Alet. He thought it could take as long as a month. You don't usually make ships out of scrap lumber. As soon as people figure out what's going on, there's going to be riots in the streets. A month? Why bother? Bellower will be here within the week, if not sooner. I'm open to suggestions. Not to be damned, is there no end to this? Ivor roars in frustration, leaving you standing by the docks. Alette gives you a worried look before chasing after. Avon. What do we do about Bellower? Avon says nothing for a moment. I don't know. Okay. Surely the markets have replenished themselves. They have not. Find Ivor standing on the city walls, overlooking the fields outside. Dredge are keeping their distance, but to continue to gather. I'm okay, Rook. Ivor cuts you off before you can say anything. You know he's been through worse. Just feel like someone should cut us a break every now and then. If we want to be standing a month from now, we're going to have to be prepared. What do you have in mind? First of all, our clansmen need a place to stay. They'll get torn to pieces out in the streets. I'll keep it on the dredge up here. If they break through the walls, we're done for, so we'll have to keep them back. Could always use a hand with that. We need to know who's controlling what and make sure we get our cut. Food's going to be scarce. And then they start building those ships, we're going to have to keep people away. What a damn mess. I'll do what I can. Ivor explains. I'm leading attacks with Avon every time the dredge get too close to the gates. Listen, we're going to lose fighters and borrow every day like this. I don't need to tell you what happens if nobody's manning this wall. We could always use help. You consider what you want to do now, knowing that any of these tasks will likely take a full day. But we have to find a safe place first. The entire caravan is spread out in the streets where they're attracting attention. You could look for a public house, suggested like Frostfeller. You figure they've made camp in the open, you could at least keep everyone together, or with people leaving the city recently, there might be abandoned houses you could squat in. Look for abandoned houses. With all the people that fled from Borsgard when the dredge arrived, you figure there must be some abandoned houses around. Sure enough, a few turn up, which will keep people out of the weather. They express concerns over safety. A house full of women and children is sure to draw attention. Yeah, leave some fighters. You take volunteers to watch over the houses, mostly the older and wounded fighters, who wouldn't be much help against the dredge anyway. Hopefully they won't be missed on the walls, but you feel better knowing that your clansmen will be that much safer. Okay, that was a lot of people. Market's doing any better? Nope. Ivor points out the dredge along the wall. There's a lot more of them, and they're getting braver. We've lost a fair number of fighters since yesterday. We could use your help. If there's nobody left to defend the walls, one of your clansmen from the caravan finds you. Just wanted to tell you that everything seems to be fine. There was a little scuffle with some looters, but the fighters you left sorted everything out. Okay. I need to find a source for supplies. I checked around and nobody has food, or they won't part with it for a fair price, and our medicine has been gone for days. They're either gouging the prices or it's just plain gone, she says. But you can tell this is going to be a serious problem. Shake down the places that seem to be holding out. We lost more supplies to do that. You join Oddleaf to the biggest meat halls, determined to make some sort of deal. You can tell a few of them have food to spare, but the ample number of bodyguards hanging around make it clear they don't want to share. Tell Oddleaf is about to snap. Yeah, let's fight him. As you motion to pull your weapon, Oddleaf stays your hand. You instead begrudgingly leave, and she says, even if I thought just 2 of us could make them and run off with a couple of supplies, I'm feeling more people than just us would suffer for it. So we have to figure out the supply situation. Alright, we need to fight. This is bad, says Avon as Ivor points across the battlefield. Aside from the fact that we're up to our necks in dredges, a stone singer showed up. We've been losing warriors left and right. If we don't deal with it, this wall will come down at the end of the day. Rook, someone handed me a note this morning, probably from one of those places we visited yesterday. Maybe some misplaced ambush, too. I can't imagine what they think we have. If you want me to check it out, let me know. Yeah, there's a riot at the docks. They're trying to smash up the boats. You calm her down. She says the ravens are there, but she's worried that things get out of hand. I have to defend the walls. Good luck. That stone singer isn't going to wreak havoc on us if we... That stone singer is going to wreak havoc if we don't take care of it. This will be a rough fight. I'm down. I'm down. We ran out of supplies. We ran out of supplies, though. We don't have other bro with us. That's annoying. Ekel. I guess you'll be joining us. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. You are level 1. Do we bring you along? I'm sure this will be fine. Knockback on strength greater than 3. What? What does that even mean? You have this item. +2 aggro. 2 strength resist. I don't know what that means. What is this? +2 will per rest. I don't know, I guess? Oh no, we want you to have that. Okay. Well, we actually may as well level people up now because we can't spend the money anywhere else. Right? Level you up. Do one of those. Do one of those. 9 points. That's not going to be enough, but now we can have you get an item. +3 break. Never deflected. 10%. Ooh, those are both pretty good. +3 break would be pretty sick. Do that. All right. That's the singer. Yeah, so we need to take that guy out. Okay. Move people around. So we need you. That's a guy with 18 strength. We need to take out the 18 strength guy, like, ASAP. Excuse me? I'm trying to click on you. Wait, I don't know if it'll let. Oh, there she is. Get in here. Get in here. Boom. That guy needs to die. That guy needs to die. Okay, if we go here, we shield wall, right? Be chilling. Okay, move up. Wow. The extra break is actually nuts. I could go all the way up here. Arc lightning. I want to hit both of you guys. Why didn't that bounce? Why didn't that bounce? That makes, because he's not diagonal. I should have targeted you instead. Where are you going? Where's he going? Oh no, he's gonna start calling people too. Okay, that could have been worse. I need to get up here and stop this guy. This guy did something. I don't know what he did. Again, there's no log or anything, so I literally have no idea what happened. Move here. Hit this guy for as hard as you can. Good resist, good resist. Okay, we need to start working on this guy next. Okay, I can now zap both of you, right? If I zap you, the little guy, right? It hit both of you because it's diagonal. Yes. That's full strength. Ooh, resist! Okay, this guy is... You're going to die unless we do something right now. You're still going to die. Oh my gosh, these resists are insane. Can he mend himself? Please don't target David. Okay, you're just throwing those things out. I really like that animation. It's really cool. resists over here. You're dead now, though, right? Oh, okay, he's dead. He resisted still, though. That's crazy. Move here. That was still an insane amount of damage. I'm not sure why. Every time you go into a battle, it resets the music. I'm like, man, this is way louder than I remember it being. Yeah, it just goes to max volume. I'm sure they'll patch that soon. Any day now they'll patch that. Well, here they are. Market? Still not available. This morning, says Ivor, I saw him. Bellower's here. I think it won't be long now. Avind leans silently on his staff nearby. Consider what you want to do now, knowing that any of the tasks will take a full day. Go to the location on the note for supplies. You travel to a deserted back street. The man soon approaches, confidence in his step. You came looking for quite a lot of food. I can give it to you. I want something too. Let's trade. We don't need to complicate this. Borsgard has a lot of people in it, and we don't all get along. We're not from here. So when you get something that was stolen from me, nobody will come knocking. Do you understand? Okay, sure. Say nothing. It's not what you think, he tells you. It's just a drinking horn. It was stolen. This is worth how much food to you? As much as you're willing to carry. Well, we need weapons? My friend, I'd keep a knife on me just to take a crap in good old Borsgard. Low town, okay. Morale declined. Rook, keep this one between us. Seems to call for a light touch, and I'd rather not people spreading rumors about how we got the food. We didn't even get enough for a full day, so that was not worth doing. Lovely. Ivor, can we keep it up? We've lost a lot of fighters. Then from farthest you hear a horn. Dread, don't use horn. It occurs to you. Avon appears at your side. Who is that? It can't be. You see the banner? It's Hakon. So you wonder how they got here. The gates are heaved open. You get charged on the field, clearing a path through Dredge. The two parties are finally meeting up. Okay, you're injured, but that just means -1 strength. That's not terrible. You'll still be quite useful. I kind of want to level someone up to level 5. How are you? Oh, right. Knockback on strength greater than 3. I don't know what that means. Kind of want to level Rook up to 5, so again we can get something with someone with a level 5 item. +3 break is really good though. What are you using? This? There's 17 supplies when we can't use it on food anyway. It's gonna be 15 points. Level 3 is a good level to get to because that's when abilities level up, and then I think level 5 as well. I think we just keep our points for now. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so I want you here. You as well. The 2 of you stay here. We're gonna have to start taking these 2 guys down immediately. Okay, you go here and just stand next to him. This guy's got a lot of strength, right? Got a lot of armor. Okay. I want you to move up to here. Start breaking this guy's armor. No one really that we can zap. Let's just bring you up. Don't do anything to Ekin. Okay. 8 stand. Okay, we could just kill you right now. Let's do that. Perfect. Over here, you're also in range of other bad people. Can't get to this guy without being next to these explodey boys. Don't want to be near the explodey boys either. Yeah, that animation is really cool. Okay, you need to move away from the explodey boys. So if I hit you, does it move? Does it hit him too? I don't remember how that works. I kind of want to hit you though, just because you got a lot of strength. Let's move you forward. Deal with this guy, I think. Knock back, doing 1 damage per tile. Only go up to 2 tiles now. Okay, we need to move you, because otherwise things are going to explode on you. That's fine. Let's move you away from explosions. Arc lightning, this guy would hit you as well, right? But not you? Oh no, it is gonna hit you. No, it didn't. Okay, I don't get it then. Okay, whatever, it's fine. Ow. That really hurt. We should move you first. Oh, jeez. He is in some danger, it would appear. Yeah. Good resist. Get this guy out of danger. Move you here. Kill this guy. Okay, I need to move you. You've got 3 strength only. It's not great. You just kill this guy. Yep. Can't lightning either one of you. Got 9 strength though. They have a lot of armor left. Move you here. Let's see here. Move you here. Could resist. Kill this guy. No, can't kill that guy. Still has much armor. I think we just run away from these explosions. Is that gonna still hit you? I have no idea. Just move up. It's fine. Ow. Oh. No injuries, or no more injuries. Avin is still injured. All this renown, no food. Juno. Juno? Who the hell are you? I wasn't sure I'd ever see you again, Avin. She smiles and they embrace. Avin is completely taken aback, as though he doesn't dare believe she's real. I'm sorry I couldn't make it to Sigerholm. I ran into troubles. Problems is putting it lightly. There's a mile-wide canyon practically splitting the world in two over those hills. Couldn't find a place to cross. Worse, dredge are practically falling out it like blood from a wound. They're not coming from the north anymore, they're everywhere. We noticed, yeah. Glad to see you made it out alive, Ingvar. I take it the others didn't. Ekon becomes quiet, then he motions towards Juno. She got across somehow. Found her out cold for a second time since leaving Strand. We need every axe we can get right now. Bellower is here. Not to be damned, I thought I was free of that menace. I will deal with Bellower. Come on, no need to tempt him by standing out here. We've got, like, no fighters or Vara left. Hakon's caravan enters the city, fighting off waves of dredge as they go. To your relief, hundreds of skilled warriors are now safely in Borisgard. Hundreds, you say? Oh my goodness. Oh my god, we got so many supplies now. Hakon joins you on the wall with his personal bodyguard, Moger. Behind him, the Prince Ludin stands alone, looking miserable. I have one last trip to make. I need this one to come with me, she says, pointing to you. I'm sorry, Avin. You must wait for me one last time. Do not let the city fall before I return. It takes everything within Avin's powers to hold back, but he does. He turns to you. Rook, come with me. We'll return in 2 days, maybe less if you're as quick as you look. Tell anyone who needs to know. Where? Why? Not far, says Juno. She pauses and something shifts in your vision, just for a moment. I know it's hard, she says, her voice filling your head, and you've already been through a lot. As she speaks again, the rest of the world melts away, but you're needed. You can't find the words to argue. Okay, is Rook a chosen one? What are these? You don't remember leaving the city, but here you are, walking through unfamiliar ground behind Juno. You're alone, aside from hundreds of dredge who are all facing towards an enormous stone ahead. The hairs on the back of your neck stand up. And they're not attacking us? Just letting us go? Is it Godstone? We're at the Godstone of Stravs. You glanced nervously around, but the dredge didn't seem to hear her. It's okay, you can speak softly. Is this where you're going to sacrifice me? Juno smiles. What could have come across as profoundly creepy looks sincere instead. No, the dredge cannot see us. To be more precise, they can see us, but I've convinced them to be unconcerned. I can understand your apprehension, though. Who are you? I wish we'd had a time for a proper introduction. My name is Juno. I'm on the Mender Council. You've met Avin, my apprentice. How are you doing these things? Controlling minds? I thought Menders built things and healed wounds. You are right, Menders do these things. Some of us still practice the teachings given to the Loon Mother's first creations. We are called Valka. I believe I'm the only one who can influence another's mind. Then why not take control of Bellower? I learned the talent to heal minds, not control them, though even some Valka have trouble believing this. Taking control of Bellower, it is the difference between convincing a child to sit still and telling a starving bear to stop being hungry. The truth is, we're rarely a match for the Sunder anymore. Our advantage is that we can train more Valka. It's also our weakness. The Valka pass on and lose their knowledge, while the Sunder simply grow older and more powerful. Bellower is both immortal and beyond my influence, to a point. Then how do we stop him? The God of Secrets will play a part, as will you. What are we doing here? You know of the god Stravs? Few know this stone exists, even amongst those who've lived their whole lives in Borsgard. While Dengler deals in fortune, Stravs taught men the value of trade in a different way. He showed them it has a consequence, two sides of the same coin. See the silver in the stone? The gales up here wear away the stone, but the metal remains. We need a piece of this silver. The god Stravs is wreathed by imagery of silver weapons. The myths say he traded these weapons to the gods, and they used them to kill each other. Those who seek out the stone call him the god of trade. The mentors call him the god of secrets. He was both. Why are we surrounded by dredge? They seem to be drawn to the godstone. There are many things we don't know about Stravs. Maybe they see him as a patron, or it is an attraction they cannot explain. Does Stravs have something to do with that serpent in Ainertoft? What was that thing? I cannot say. Can't? I have my suspicions, but until I've had time at the Mender libraries, it would be unwise to speculate. For all our knowledge, it seems as though we know little. Imagine how the rest of us feel. On the contrary, the less people know, the more certain they tend to be. Why'd you pick me? Why didn't you take Avend or Hakon? Well, you don't even know me. I apologize for putting you in danger. Avend must keep Borsgard from falling while you are away. And if something goes wrong here, I need to be certain one of us makes it back alive. I saw the thoughts of each person when I arrived in Borsgard. You were the only one I knew would return. What do you mean? You would find your way back to Alette no matter what. Well, let's get what we need and go. Indeed, you'll need to dislodge at least a fistful of the metal. We will forge it into an arrow to slay Bellower. Wait, after everything you've told me, make a magic arrow to shoot Bellower? That's all it takes? Why didn't you do that a long time ago? Juno gets a faraway look in her eyes. No, that is not all it takes. What I tell you now must not be repeated. The arrow will not kill Bellower, even were it to strike his heart. He has no physical weaknesses. But it will sow doubt in his mind. When it pierces him, I will help him to believe that he is dying. The rest of you will convince him of it with sword and axe. Everyone who fights at your side must believe it to be true. You're going to trick him into thinking he's dead. That is the most insane. You really can't be killed? No. Someday he will awaken and realize he's not dead. I imagine he will be quite upset. First, we must make the arrow. Focus on the task at hand. She looks knowingly at the Godstone, waiting for you to start climbing. Rook, I'm not certain how the dredge will react when you do this. And behind us is a sudden drop. So be careful. Approaching the back of the stone, you start to climb, looking for a loose piece of the silver vein. Even without looking out onto the dredge, you can feel each sinister face watching you closely, held back only by Juno's influence. Panic races through your blood. Climb higher where it may be easier to remove. As you climb, you can't help but notice the stony masks of the dredge lined up before the Godstone, like worshippers before an idol. Just a glimpse nearly immobilizes you. Your hand rests on a piece of silver that comes away easily. The dredge do not react. Don't press your luck. Head back down. You nimbly descend to where Juno is waiting. Well done, she says. As you walk back through the dredge, their heads turn in unison to follow. The dread that lingers and the shaking in your hands does not subside for hours. So why couldn't she have just done that by herself? You approach the gates of Borsgard again, relieved that they're still standing. It looks like they took a beating while you were gone. Alette rushes to your side and throws her arms around you once you've crept through the gates. Juno smiles at the reunion and tells you, take this time with your daughter. Find a smith who can fashion an arrow from that silver. I have other things to which I must attend, But meet me on the walls when you are done. Okay. Can we buy more supplies? We have 1,000,000 renown. Now we can level. Now it would make sense to level, I would say, even. Let's level Rook first. More stats, improving our abilities, increases item rank. That doesn't matter as much. 20, that's so much. I can't improve this anymore. That's kind of annoying. Let's get our armor up to 10. Because we're like half melee almost. Ludin's here too. Jeez. Okay, we'll keep our points for now. We can always spend them later. Guess I didn't even need to spend any of them right now. Just want to look at the map again, because it said we were going to take boats. So basically, we're going to take a boat here all the way down to the capital. There's no way that works. Rosegard and Ormsor were twins. Ormsor would be the righteous brother trying to keep his evil twin from hurting anyone else. Grundar. Where one river begins, another ends. The Vast. I have to check my phone soon. Getting text from family members. Alright, let's go to the crafters. It takes a while, but you finally find someone willing to craft an arrow for you. He eyes you suspiciously when you show him the silver, but shakes his head and gets started. Alette watches, the smith is fire reflecting in her distant stare. I talked with Avon a long time while you were gone. He told me a lot about Juno. Is she really as powerful as he said? It certainly seemed that way. That might be the most luck we've had so far. Dad, I think I know what's going to happen now. An arrow? She's going to make you shoot Bellower, isn't she? I don't know for sure. Come on, who else is going to do it? Ivor? Alette, I know where this is going. You're afraid of me dying. This isn't like before. We can't run this time. That's not what I... Let me do it. What? Why not? Because you'll think I'll get hurt? What do you do when Bellower comes straight for the person holding the only thing that can destroy him? Let me speak. Everything's changed. Skogar feels so long ago. I'm not asking because I'm afraid of losing you. I'm not afraid of anything anymore. Let me do it because you know I'm a better shot. Are you? I have a better chance of puncturing his armor. We only have one shot. I'm not a child anymore. I'm not just some girl. I'm your daughter. I can do this. For once, let me decide what happens to me. Okay, I mean, that sentence doesn't really have a valid argument. This literally has nothing to do with you at all. You could make the argument that you're a better shot. But that doesn't make any sense. Okay. She smiles and takes her hand in hers. We'll survive this. I know we will. She's gonna miss. Calling it now. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. I got family stuff. Okay. Juno. We have the arrow. There he is. Juno is in the middle of an animated debate as you approach, the arrow in your hand. There is little time left. Bellower knows we're here. Whether he's waiting for more of his forces to arrive or simply wants to starve us out first, I cannot tell. But he will not expect a direct attack. Is this a joke? How are we going to do that? I will take a handful of warriors to face him. I can keep a small group hidden from sight. The rest of you will lead the charge from here. With luck, Bellower will send his armies away from himself to meet you. What about the Ravens? There may be protest. They will not. I've arranged a task for them. Even if you make it to Bellower, what chance is there of defeating him? We saw what happened at Einertoft. That thing can't be killed. Juno shows them the arrow you had forged from the Godstone silver. This will make him bleed like the rest of us. Once he is pierced, he will be vulnerable. He looks you in the eyes. We have only one. Do not miss. And bring only those you absolutely need. It will take all my concentration to keep the other Dread from swallowing us up. I cannot join in the battle. And if we kill Bellower, then what? The Dread will just wander away? That is my belief, yes. I can't say for certain. This is a doomed plan. Help us hold out here until the ships are finished. And then what? Bellower will hound your every step, all the way to Arborang, where I am certain more asunder await. Now is the time to speak to loved ones in the memory of any god that pleases you. Rest. In the morning, we slay asunder. Okay. Can I actually rest? Doesn't look like we can actually rest. We could level people up. If this is, like, actually a big fight. Who do I bring with? Definitely you. Definitely you. You're here now. Something like this. Level up Hakon to level 5? We got 33 points to spend. He has 18 strength. That's so much strength. Can't get him any higher than that, though. And leveling this up to rank 3, it's just not worth it. I don't know what +2 break means. Like, is that worth? That doesn't seem worth. Some of these upgrades just are not very good. Like, we never use this. We have used this. Break damage. Take that. I mean, leveling them up still gives them stats, so that's a thing. The silence is what you remember. You rise up in silence and walk through empty streets. Upon the wall, 2 armies stand quietly watching each other. Your footsteps echo on the wooden floorboards as you approach Juno. She breaks the silence. It's time, Juno says. Gather your allies. Today, one thing will end, another will begin, and our actions will decide on which side we stand. Level you up, because I want you to get more health. Promote again. Level up you, minimum. Let's give you more damage. There we go. Is that even any good? Whatever. We're ready. Ready as we'll ever be. Oh, that's a big boy. That's Bellower. So, do we have to, like, shoot him with Alette? Like, that's the part I'm trying to figure out. How the whole arrow thing is gonna work out. Who's this? Oh, that's Juno. Battering ramming him back isn't gonna do much, right? I mean, it'll do something. It'll hit you. Oh! Is that just what happens if you hit him, or is that his turn? That was his turn, I think. Be quick. Yeah, I'm trying, bud. I'm trying, buddy. Okay. Move you up to here. Wait, what is this? Pierce Bellower. Oh. Yeah, so we have to use that for you. Okay. We need to get her in range ASAP. Keep the archers safe. For sure. Put a trap here. So we can spend another point and put another trap somewhere else. Oh, it has to be adjacent to that existing one? I don't understand. Well, it puts it in all of these squares. Oh. I see. But it puts on one on him already? Like, I don't understand. What did that do? What did that do? Alright, you go here. Smack this guy. I don't get it. Oh, whatever. Bring you forward. The target and adjacent. We want to hit you for 1 billion. Okay, Bellower's in range. Uh-oh. Oh my! Have to break through his armor. Well, you know, good luck with that, I guess. We do actually insane break for that. Okay. Could you pop off with a huge lightning spell right now? I don't know how it works still. It didn't hit you. Okay. Let's move you here. Silver arrow on you. No. Huh? Only possible when the chance to hit is. Oh, you actually have to break all of his armor. Nikes. That's gonna be an issue. That's gonna be an issue. Okay. So I need to move you in range of you. Oh my god. Bro just got clapped. Okay. I mean, you can... He's gonna die too. Cannot. Okay, she's just telling me the same thing over and over again. We can sacrifice Rook because he is guaranteed to break the armor. I don't know if we can get Alette in range. Oh my god. We actually can't get Alette in range. That is a problem. Don't have enough juice. It's also a problem. So he's gonna walk up. Can't hit you. Okay, Ivor has 1 strength remaining. He could use that strength to push this guy back. Bop him there. You're dead. Nice knowing you. You take out this big guy. We need Alette to not die right here. So 100% chance to hit. Yeah? Is Alette dead? Please help her. Finish Bellower now. Okay. She was one of our best ways to actually... Hold on. I need to not be in range of him. One of our best ways of breaking armor. That's not true. We've got Rook still. This guy's got 16, 15 strength. Here he comes. 18. Oh my god. Okay, walk up here. How many times does that guy get to go? Okay, that's an issue. And the screen, please. 16 strength. This guy gets to go every round, basically, huh? stay here and just hit this guy. No, that'll hit them. I need to hit you so you don't kill one of us back here as well. That did 0 effect. Okay. Oh, you just get... Oh my god. You just get to counter anybody that hits you, basically. Alright, well, I might be able to hit you for 1 billion now. Yeah, that'll help. Now you only have 7 strength. Only 1 armor remaining. Good resist. Took him down. Alette, no, not her. Where are the menders? Rook, she's beyond their help. Stand up. Wait, is Alette dead? You're only barely aware of the surrounding chaos. As Dredge flee from Varl warriors who push their advantage. Bellower is dead. You are not. We must go. Let me carry Alette to Borsgard. We'll honor her properly. Oh my god, she's dead. That's why I don't trust her. What she says, trust me, you know? Juno was right. With Bellower following the Dredge flee the fields of battle, you return to Borsgard, but have almost no memory of doing so, aside from image of Alette's still body being carried in Ivor's arms. Morale improved. Well, that's nice. Again, I wasted Renown then. Lovely. So we should have the time we need to finish the ships. I think you're right. The Dredge don't seem interested in us anymore. Since Bellower fell, they've been going their own way. The Ravens have been keeping the docks clear. Juno's talking to them about something now. When those longships are ready, we'll be able to sail all the way to Arborang. With luck, before the darkness shows up here. How far south has it spread? I couldn't say. Hopefully not far. We'll get the prince back to his home, and Hakon has already decided to come with us. There's not much else to go back to. The two look up as you approach. Rook, it's time. Soon we'll be ready to leave Borsgard. Find somewhere safe. One ship is done already, at the docks. I had prepared for Alette. I'm not ready to see this. Come, Rook, it's time to honor your daughter. Jeez. I'm sorry, but is that the incorrect arm that Ivor is missing? Very beautiful. Wait, that's it? Wait, what? That's the game? No way. Really? That's crazy. So, was that like a bad ending? Because I know there are 3 of these. There's Banner Saga 1, 2, and 3. So does that mean it's just a continuation of the story? I mean, obviously it has to be. Those are sequels, but it's really weird that it ends like that. I wonder what other endings are available. I'm also curious, if we continue playing the series, how much of our decisions from the previous game would go into future games. Because, like, is every ending end with Alette dying? Like, what if we had chosen for Rook to be the one to shoot the arrow? Would he have died instead? I'm so intrigued. I also am very confused. I thought this game was much longer than this. Which, again, makes me think I had the bad ending or something. I don't know if we really skipped any content. We could have saved the Varl back at whatever that place was. That's crazy to me. Okay. Yeah, I was not expecting an ending here. I kind of want to let it to play out and see if there's anything after the credits, but we can talk about some things, I guess, if this is the end. So if every one of these games is this short, I kind of do want to actually just continue this series. I am very frustrated, though. I think the writing is generally okay. The art style is the best part about the game. The art style is amazing. The music is fine. I have had to turn it down a lot. There's a lot of bugs. I mean, I won't say bugs. There's a lot of... I mean, there was some bugs with the controller, but there's a lot of quality of life stuff that I wish they would just change, right? Every time you go into the battle, it puts your volume back up to max level. You have to go in and you have to do that. The combat itself is the worst part about the game, and it feels like that's what they're trying to focus on. I do like that it had a very clear aesthetic. Yeah, I think the aesthetic is great. I love this art style. I kind of wish there was almost more to it, right? Like, they have dialogue, and, like, some of the characters, like, you know, their braids will be blown in the wind, or their, like, you know, stuff will be moving. I kind of wish there was more of all of that. If they're going to go, like, deep into the only thing that matters is the aesthetic and the story, then I really wish they would have just put more effort into the aesthetic and the story. I think that would have been way better than this half-assed battle system they've made. And again, the whole Renown system was garbage. It's crazy to think that this is the end of the game too, because we had like we gained like 45 resources for no reason, like 45 days of resources. It's all really weird. None of it makes any sense. So I'm very confused on, again, if this is like some kind of bad ending we got. And then maybe it is. And even though I complained, I did say I like the fact that consequences matter. The choices that you do matter. Oh god, we're gonna have to sit through an entire alphabet of backers. Oh, okay, I don't know if I've got time for that. Yeah. So this was like 8 hours? Like, this was no time that we spent in this game. I accidentally opened up the wrong thing. What's that? Yeah, this was like 7 hours that we've played only. 7 or 8 hours. So if I go to the website, howlongtobeat.com, which is where I generally look up these types of things, the Banner Saga says the main story is 10.5 hours long, with side quest 14 and a completionist at 30.5, which I'm assuming mean you'd have to play multiple times to get achievements and stuff. But even so, we didn't play 10.5 hours, which really makes me think we skipped something. But I don't know what we would have skipped. Can I skip all this? Oh, you can skip all this. Okay, I'm gonna skip all this. Nice, scroll wheel? Okay, we can scroll wheel. You should have liked Tactics Ogre then. Anytime a dialogue box opens, you're making some decision that alters your gameplay. Yeah, sure. Wait, that's it though. Nothing else is happening. Oh. Did I just go back to the main menu? What was that? Something normal difficulty just popped up. That is so weird to me. That was the game. Huh. I mean, maybe we just got the bad ending. I mean, again, I wonder... I'm not the type of person that goes through and plays multiple playthroughs of the same game to get different outcomes in general. I do that. I have done that for some games, but those are games that I am really into and the story's really impactful. So, for example, Pathfinder Kingmaker and Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous are some of my favorite games. Similar to this, they only have voice acting in a very tiny amount of the scenes, only like introductions and personal storylines. Everything else is all dialogue you read out loud, but it's a really, really good story. And the gameplay itself is very, very fun. And I have played through that because I know that there are lots of different paths you can take. So I'm just curious how many different paths there are available. Second playthrough of Disco Elysium win. See, that one's... I don't think I would play through that one again. I think I tried, but then I quickly came to the decision that I already know what the outcome is. It's like a whodunit, kind of, right? I know what it is. The only thing that would change would be the interactions with others. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not how that works. But that's one of my favorite games of all time, and I kind of don't want to ruin the thoughts of it, even. But yeah, this was a very strange one. I think we will continue playing the series, though, if all of them are this short. I try not to do any reviews or watch any reviews, especially not with spoilers, but I was curious about this one. And from everything I've heard, the second one in the series is the best one in the series, followed by the first and then the third. So that's kind of curious to me. And I also mentioned earlier that I think this would be interesting to play with mods that tell you what things do, which is cheating, but it really gets me intrigued on what decisions were made. Like, I was not expecting what's his face to betray us, and then we got a whole bunch of people murdered, and then Oddleaf was dead, but then she wasn't dead, and now it's the end of the game, and someone who's literally on the front page is dead. That's very interesting to me. Actually, I'm curious, if I go into my games, and if I look up the Banner Saga, do they all have, what are the art? Is it under B for Banner Saga? Yeah. Okay, so Banner Saga 2, the art of it is what? I can't see it. I can only see it from here. I don't know who these people are. Okay, I thought I was like, oh, maybe... Well, actually, no, that's Juno. Don't know who that is. That's the guy that we're in the city we're in right now. Is that the prince? Very interesting to kill off a main character, though. And again, is Rook going to be in the next... Because maybe Rook could have died. Okay, I think we'll end it there anyway for the night, because my text is getting blown up from my family members. Or one of my family members, rather. But family stuff. Anyways, yeah, that'll be it for the night. I've got class tomorrow, so I'll be back on Thursday, and I think we'll start the Banner Saga 2. And hopefully it will be longer than this. I don't know.